Malik Charles, fire letter questions.
Malik, I'll ask you a similar question I started with Jaleel. The whole stay, go, how does that process run for you after all the change that came at the end of last season?
Um, I'm gonna be real. I knew I was gonna stay regardless. When I initially transferred from West Georgia, I told like me and my family talked about it. Wherever I chose was where I was gonna be for the next 2 years, and so like, coaching changes happen. It's gonna happen in the league. So like, you just got to be able to adapt to adversity, and so I knew it was gonna be set in stone. I was gonna stay here regardless.
Why is 2 years so important to you and your family?
I wanted to be at a place where I could solidify myself. I'd been around to 3 different colleges. At this point, like when I was coming to transfer here, I'd been up to like 3 different colleges at that point, and I wanted to be somewhere where I could make a name for myself and stay for my last 2 seasons.
Was there a point when you knew that, even though you knew you were staying regardless, was there a point when you realized this is a good decision? Like maybe when Eric got here, when the staff got here, I don't know. Like, is there a point where you said, this is going to work out?
Honestly, like when I started hearing the rumors about Coach Morris coming here, I started like looking into a lot of the North Texas staff, and a lot of the guys that'd been here with Coach G. Rich. They were telling me he's a good guy, and so they just helped me solidify my decision. I was like, yeah, I think this would be a good fit for me.
When you went in and met with him, was there any nervousness? Because, I think they told some guys, you probably should get in that portal.
Right.
Were you nervous at all when you met for the first time, or did they put you at ease pretty quick?
I was extremely nervous. I know that. I was sitting on the couch and I waited to meet with him, and I was just like, oh man, like what if they don't want me here? And I was just kind of getting ready to hear that if I had to. But when I went in to talk to him, he eased my nerves. He kind of let me know that I was a guy they wanted to keep around, and that made me excited.
I know Scott here, he and I know your story pretty good. We both did deep dives, but when the coaching change happened, did you say, God, what else could happen to me as a college football player? Because you had about everything.
Yeah. I have been through a lot in my college career. Been through a different DC, a lot of different head coaches, different schools. Yeah, at one point I was kind of, asking God. I was like, I don't see the path that you have for me, but I'm gonna just trust it. Like I knew that He wanted me here from the get, so I just kept trusting the plan, and right now it's paying off.
What's it been like getting to know defensive coordinator Skylar Cassidy?
Coach Gass is funny. He's probably the youngest DC I've had, and so it's nice having somebody who's kind of more your age, closer to your age. He's a lot more down to earth, like Jaleel said, just calm, laid back. And yeah, I love his defense.
What is it about his defense you like?
It's simple. It's like Jaleel said, it's a lot like Coach Grantham's in a way, just a lot more simplistic. And it's set up for us to make plays.
I'll say it if you want me to, but I wanted to ask you, what do you weigh now? Because that's always been, you're a very athletic guy no matter what the weight is, but where are you now?
I'm at 280 still. Yeah. I'm trying to cut down a little bit, but the muscle mass is kind of weighing me down.
Good muscle mass. Good muscle mass.
What has been your experience getting to know Coach Keegan's?
He's a really cool guy. He's different from Glass. They both have their pros and cons, in my opinion. But Kagan's is a really cool guy. I really like the way he structures the workouts and how he, essentially makes his workout, if that makes sense.
Malik, when you came in a year ago, there was a lot of change on the roster. You guys were trying to figure out, how to mesh. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's the same thing now, except you're in that returning group, right. Bunch of newcomers, bunch of UNT guys. Now, how have you seen, how's it similar, how's it different to how you guys tried to come together a year ago?
Well, a year ago, for me coming in as a new guy, everybody kind of just took me under their wing. Iman Oates, Aiden Kelly, all those guys kind of just brought me in and made me feel like family. And so that's been a big thing I've been trying to do with all the new guys, be that person who brings them in, teaches everybody where everything is, let people people don't know a lot of stuff about here yet. You know, everybody's new, and so just like trying to help everybody out with all that.
Have you sensed the North Texas guys, because they know the system that you guys are going to run, like you can tell them, okay, here's where stuff is in the locker room, but they can tell you like, okay, this is what we do, and like are you seeing them fill a similar role just in X's and O's and that sort of thing?
Yeah. You know, Sadiq and Kevion, like they've helped a lot. They've played in the system, so they obviously know, and so just like watching them execute different plays, you know, being able to cheat their alignments a little bit to make the play more successful, you know, it's been a lot of help.
How long did it take for you to decide that you were going to stay here at OSU after all the staff changes?
Honestly, I kind of knew I was going to stay here, like, after the Tulsa game, honestly. I'm telling y'all, like, I really didn't have any thought of leaving, honestly. I love it here. I love Oklahoma a lot more than I thought I was. I'll say that. I didn't think I was going to love Oklahoma this much, and, you know, after living here for a year, I have grown to love it. And Stillwater's a chill city, honestly, and I love it out here.
What surprised you?
I'm from Tempe, Arizona, so, like, it's a big city. You know, we're right next to Phoenix, hustle and bustle. You know, you come here, it's a lot slower, calm, chill. You know, everybody's kind of to themselves. And so it was a change of pace at first, but, you know, once you get used to it, it is really nice.
I've learned not to say this for sure, but I think this will be your last collegiate season. Okay? Is there anybody in the NFL, because I have an answer in my head, but I want to hear what you have to say, that you kind of say, yeah, I can pattern my game after that. That guy, I could be that guy. Mm-hmm. Is there anybody you look at on Sundays that you say, mm-hmm?
Probably Myles Garrett. I look at Myles Garrett a lot just because we're the same in structure. He's 270, somewhere around there, so he's closer to my weight. And just the way he's able to move and bend with all the muscle mass, like, it's impressive to watch.
The way they moved you around a lot last year, and I know you named a good player. I'm about to name a guy that's going in the Hall of Fame at some point, Aaron Donald. Yeah. You see any of that in your game?
Power rushing, I guess, but I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't.
He's shorter than you.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't really watched a lot of Aaron Donald stuff.
Okay, no.
But I mean, he's a great player, Hall of Fame for sure.
Yeah, just
Hall of
ask him.
Fame for sure.
Myles Garrett's a good answer.
Yes.
I asked Jalil this question. I just want to get your perspective. Can you talk about Drew's presence in the locker room and just what does he do that really portrays confidence?
Yeah, I mean, when you got a guy that can throw the football like him, I mean, you just walk around with a different type of aura, I guess, and you can just feel it. You can see it in the team runs. You can see how he portrays himself, I guess. And yeah, he's a leader, so you can tell.
How much does last year and the struggles, the disappointment, whatever word you want to ascribe to it, how much does that impact you and you think other guys that decided to come back?
Like Jalil said, I think it's a lot of unfinished business. Personally, I don't like the way the media like portrayed us as a team. I don't think the way people talk about us is how we played. Like, we showed up every Saturday and we gave it our best every Saturday. And I mean, it didn't go the way we wanted it to, but the guys who stayed, like, we're here to try to turn it around, loyal and true to the end. So
it seemed like you guys played really hard, even though the losses mounted. Was that the thing that you were proudest of, or what were you proudest of last year?
I was proudest of how we competed every Saturday. You know, there was a lot of opportunity for guys to just kind of give it up. I mean, at one point, you know, we're going into UCF game like 1-9. I mean, a lot of guys can just give it up, just not want to play, but everybody showed up to practice, gave it their all, and, you know, we just kept playing. And I mean, that's probably the biggest thing I'm proud of, is just how everybody handled the situation.
What's it been like getting to know some of these newcomers in the defensive line room?
It's fun. They're all funny guys. I love him already. I can already tell this is going to be a really fun year. We have a lot of guys that can get in the backfield, get after the quarterback, so I'm excited to see what everybody can do.
What has Coach Morris's message been? Has it been, does he preach turning it around immediately? Does he talk about the process? What has his message been so far for you guys?
Bonding, getting to know each other, becoming a closer team. I mean, in my opinion, you can't do much if y'all aren't on the same page. And so his biggest message has just been get to know each other, learn each other, get to become a brotherhood, a family.
Malik, what is turning it? You talked about wanting to turn it around yourself. What does that mean for you? Do you know?
Win. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of losing. I wanna win a Big 12 championship. I wanna go to a bowl game. You know, like this is my last year. I wanna end it with a bang.
Malik?
Do you pay much attention to what's going on in college football? In other words, I mean, Indiana wasn't winning at all.
Mm-hmm.
They show up and they go to the playoff next year, the national championship.
Right.
Do you guys get inspiration from knowing that in this day and age, teams do turn it around very quickly?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you look at Indiana and you see what they did. I mean, it obviously gives you confidence to know that you could do the same thing. But I'm just really excited to get the pads on and see where we end up.
Malik, you mentioned Eric talking about bonding, and I know he's had breakfast or lunch or whatever with different. Have you had a chance? Has he been at your table? Have you had a chance to have a one-on-one sort of get to know you conversation with him yet?
Not necessarily. I'm always at the table, like the training table, pretty early, and so usually nobody else is in there, honestly. But he talks to us all the time. Like he's come up and had conversations with us, even like when we're just sitting here before team meetings. He'll come up, chop it up with you, and so that's like he really practices what he preaches.
What's the most interesting or sort of offbeat thing you found out about your new head coach since he's been here?
He's like, I don't even know how to explain it. He's a funny guy in like an odd way, but like he's funny, and like it's like something I really like about him. Like he's just a funny guy. Like he's a lot different from a lot of the head coaches I've had, so I like it.
All three of you guys talked a lot about bonding, and I think most, if not all, coaches would talk about how important it is to have good chemistry as a team. But could you give us a sense of how unique his importance is on that from other coaches you've had? Like I'm sure a lot of your coaches sort of talked about, hey, you know, we want to bond, we want to be one team, we want to have chemistry. It seems like maybe it's more important for him than maybe other coaches. Would you say it's, is that true from what you've seen?
Like from places I've been, probably. Yeah, I mean, he's literally always around. Like you'll run into him and his kids. Like he's always everywhere around the building. It's kind of hard to miss him, honestly. So I really do believe he practices what he preaches, and he's always just trying to get to know everybody, make sure everybody's okay.
His name, Jaleel said he hadn't got it down. You think you know everybody's name yet?
Nah, if you lined up the whole team in here and told me to name everybody, I don't think I'd get everybody at all. A lot of new faces. Thank you, guys.